Margine Taylor Greene, what am I going to do with you, darling? I know what I would love to do with you. No, actually, no, because you're not my type. You're a dumb, dunce, hateful, racist, bigoted bitch. You're a whore for Donald Trump. You're probably saving yourself for him. That's probably why you cheated on your husband. But that's neither here nor there. In a recent video that was taken down from Twitter, she had the goal to use the music of Dr. Dre's Still DRE. Now, of course, I'm not going to play the song because of copyright issues, whatnot. But apparently that didn't matter to Marjorie Taylor Greene, who thinks she's above the law. But unfortunately, let's just say that Dre's, Dr. Dre's law firm didn't, didn't actually take kindly to it. Dr. Dre's law firm decided to write this, and I quote, "This, dear Mrs. Taylor Greene, we write on behalf of our client, Andre Young, aka Dr. Dre, composer and performer of the hit song Still DRE. You are wrongfully exploiting this work through various social media outlets to promote your diversive and hateful political agenda." I'm loving it already. Andre Young is the owner and of the copyright and Still DRE with the executive rights to exploit same. Mr. Young has not and will never grant you permission to broadcast or disseminate any of his music. The use of Still DRE without permission constitutes copyright infringement in violation of Section 17 U.S. United States Code, subsection 501. Now we get to the good part. One might expect that as a member of Congress, you would have a passing familiarity with the laws of our country. It's possible, though, that laws governing intellectual property are a little arcane and insufficiently populous for you to really have spent much time on. We're writing because we think, as an actual lawmaker, should be making laws, not breaking laws, especially those embodied in the Constitution by the Founding Fathers. Page 2. The United States Copyright Act says a lot of things, but one of the things that it says is that you cannot use someone else's song for your political campaign promotions unless you got permission from the owner of the copyright in this song, a step you failed to take. Demand is hereby made that you cease and desist from any further unauthorized use of Andre Young's music. This letter shall constitute the formal notice to you of the matter set forth herein. Accordingly, provide me with written confirmation that you have complied with these demands before January 11, 2023 by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nothing contained herein shall be deemed as an admission of any fact or waiver of any right. Very true, yours, Hart E. King of King Homes, Paris International LLP. Oh, I gotta laugh at this. I gotta laugh at this hard because, I mean, it feels to me that you morons in the Republican Party think you're above the law, that the law can't touch you, or you you can do whatever you want. That's not the case, Greene. Don't think for 1 second just because you're Donald Trump's butt boy, butt girl, or whore, or kept woman, that you can do whatever you want. But here's the stupid part about all this. Greene, being Greene, had to respond, and her response is just stupid as it is. Greene decided to post this on Twitter. Turns out Dr. Dre's team took action, reaching out on Twitter to get video taken down. As a result, MTG tells us she's been locked out of her Twitter account for using Dre's copyright work without permission. MGT has some words of her own for Dr. Dre. In an exclusive statement to TMZ, she says, and I quote, "While I appreciate the creative chord progression, I would never play your words of violence against women and police officers and glorify of the your glorification, of the thug life and drugs." Okay, that's your opinion, Greene. But let's look at this from comparison views. Andre Young, otherwise known as Dr. Dre, a successful, amazing artist for decades, made millions of dollars making music, made millions of songs, producing millions of songs, millions of tracks, millions of CDs, and not too recently, actually, yeah, last year, produced, starred, and directed the halftime show at Super Bowl. And let's look at you, shall we? You're a scumbag Republican bitch, a racist bitch, a hateful bitch, Donald Trump's bitch. So I'll stick with Dr. Dre being a successful artist, making millions of dollars over the bitch who held our country hostage for 4 straight days while they were trying to elect a Republican Speaker of the House. And now he's got some revenge porn bullshit fantasy trying to impeach President Biden over bullshit that you know you'll never get past the Senate. Just trying to up your street credibility and trying to kiss up to your pimp, Donald Trump, in the hopes that he'll make you vice president. You see, what really bothers me about you, Greene, and there's a lot that bothers me about you, is that you think you can do whatever you want and no one can touch you. Guess again, bitch. Dr. Dre just touched you, bitch. I hope you enjoy the ride. My advice to you, pick someone else's song. Matter of fact, why are you even picking Dr. Dre's song? Don't you have someone like what's his face? Ted Nugent, the racist man whore bastard. Why don't you use one of his songs? He'll jump at the opportunity. No, better yet, I got a better idea. Why not Kanye West? Yeezy. Whatever the fuck his name is. Why don't you use one of his songs? Come on. I mean, they would jump at the chance to help a Nazi racist, bigoted bitch like you. So the next time you want to try to use the music of a man who wouldn't agree with you, who would do everything to campaign against you, think again. Oh, and by the way, my advice to you, don't ever do this shit again, Greene. Trust me, it won't end well for you. As in you're losing money, money and your power, which you're going to lose which you're going to lose anyway, sooner or later. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.